Now, and here we are. Welcome back to another episode of Dried Blood. This time, Ahyan versus Alma, master versus student. How do you all feel about your death match? Alma, how do you feel about that victory over your master?
Oh, that just feels so incredibly good. I really, especially with how really beat up I was in the first couple rounds there. I believed, but I knew other people were kind of starting to have their doubts. But I had a plan. I had a strategy. I needed to save myself to push real strong at the end there.
As you said, you were exactly where you wanted to be.
Said
I love
it
that.
all along.
Yeah. We never doubted you. We doubted you. Okay,
Not
I
even for a
doubted you. I'm
second.
sorry.
Not even
Yeah.
for a second.
Yeah.
I called it from the beginning.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Ahyan, freshly raised from the dead. How are you feeling about this match?
Well, I mean, I was not expecting to be raised from the dead. This is a strange feeling, I have to say.
I mean, it still
I'm
follows
still-
the rules. You did die.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, it's just a little weird. But I am proud of Alma for what happened. You know, I'll admit I didn't think that you had it in you. I did not. But you proved me wrong, and I think that, well, I think you do deserve the position after all. So, congratulations, Alma. I hope that your career as an assassin is illustrious.
Beautiful
Trust
and well
me,
said.
Professor. Trust me, I will absolutely. Now that the things have simmered down a little, I have learned so much from you, and I will do you proud when I assassinate people with all this badass magic that I've acquired from you.
A badass
Yeah, we're still working on the
assassin.
terminology.
Yeah. Perhaps this time, if you need to retake potions class, you can get an A+.
This fight could have ended a different way if that A- turned to an A.
Look, I have integrity. You know, I can't just give you an A+ because you ask for one. So I
That was
stand
good.
by my grade from before. You know.
This was an interesting match. It was definitely creative. It's one of the more creative matches we've had inside of the Grandmasters Arena, and honestly, now 3 seasons, it is the first time anyone has ever decided to use Counterspell, and it was used a lot here, back and forth, back and forth. How was the feeling in the moment when the darkness the first use of the Counterspell, when the darkness got dissipated? What did it feel like?
Not gonna lie. As soon as I saw that Imon had counterspell, I got a little worried. Just a little tiny bit worried. I got a little intimidated. Because I knew I had that spell, but I didn't know until I knew. So it was okay.
That was super
But-
cool.
I mean,
Yeah, that's super cool imagery too. It's almost like it reminded me of like Avatar. As like the darkness comes, you just like part the clouds. You're just like, nope. It just that was amazing.
I mean, who taught you everything that you know? If you have counterspell, then of course I have counterspell, Alma.
That's fair.
Well, I didn't have the vampire suck spell, whatever the heck that was, but you know.
Well, I mean, if you had waited just a little
Vampiric
bit
suck.
longer, I would have taught it to you.
Look, I was on a timer. You were taking too long to teach me all these spells. I just kind of like I got the big book of magic and I just kind of paged through like, man, okay, and Locust, that's cool. I didn't even show you my wall of light. You would have been so proud of my wall of light.
Well, I mean, now you can teach your own students the Wall of Light. I hope that will be fulfilling for you, maybe.
There you go.
I think now I now have to homebrew a vampiric suck, just for that. Just
Yeah.
to,
That's all it's called. I love that name way more than Vampiric Touch.
why did they name
Vampires
it Touch?
suck.
Vampiric suck is way better.
I think it matches the attitude more so that happens with that spell.
Yeah. And I mean, like, it's more accurate, too, because vampires, they
Yeah.
suck blood. That's
Yeah,
what they do,
yeah.
so.
Yeah. The touching thing is like, it's an interesting choice. I mean, it's a little less personal than, sucking on them. So
It's true.
I guess that's where they're coming from.
Like a Capri Sun.
Pop a straw in there.
Punch
That would be an awkward teacher-student relationship.
Can someone please create a vampire character where they never bite anyone, but they carry around a little straw that they stab in and Capri Sun people?
I don't know. You're telling me your teachers don't normally drink all your blood?
Well, there was this one time in like, first year that it was weird. It was weird. It was weird. But
First year you try new things, you're open.
I mean, it wasn't actually a teacher. It was more like, never mind. I'm just not gonna go.
Fair enough.
Those are
I don't wanna
secrets for
know.
another story.
I don't want to know.
All right.
The Diary of Alma. Read those archives.
Could be a movie. All right.
Like, I would watch it.
Very well, though. At the end of each of these dried bloods, we like to get a piece of wisdom from each champion, whether as yourselves or as your character. You can choose which you want to respond as. But a piece of wisdom or advice to our acolytes who watched at home, a parting word, a catchphrase, as yourself or as your character. Ahyan, Hamna, you got anything?
Don't be afraid to get creative with spells and use them in ways that they're not meant to be used. D&D and any tabletop gets more fun that way.
Preach.
100%. Alma, Erica, you have any final parting words for our acolytes at home?
I think ultimately, as Alma proved tonight, don't be afraid to take some major L's early on if you got like some good ideas that you can probably protect yourself a little bit better in the second half. Like taking L's is really fun and trying to fight through it later.
Yes. Give us that roller coaster. Push your character. Creates for good motivation and a good story that keeps us on the edge of our seats.
All right.
Arbiter,
Yep.
I think that wraps us up for the evening.
I think it does. You heard it here. We will see you all next week on the next episode of D20 Deathmatch.